Well, YouTube, I don't need moderators. I'm picky about who I want to help get my channel going. So, buzz off. In the meantime, those of you getting this, please share the video. And do me a favor, in the main title page where the like button, please hit that like button. That way others can get this information. I am essentially being censored. God knows where, God knows why. But tonight begins. You want a war? You got one now. You got one now. And now I know why I can't get on social media at times. Look at this, I'm being censored. Literally because I am just trying to provide information. They know I'm on to them. You gatekeepers, leave me alone. Leave me the hell alone. And we're about to get into those gatekeepers and who they are. Because the first thing you need to understand is why this is all going on. Mo, how you doing? There are gatekeepers on here, and the world is about to understand who they truly are. And I think it's time people start to understand who they are. Give me just a second here. All right, I'm going to do something here. But before we can learn who these gatekeepers are, let's talk about a man named Jack Smith. I keep hearing about this clown. A minute here. I'm going to do some folding and unfolding all that gobbledygooker mess. There he is. For starters, good old Jack Smith looks like a hot mess. And I'm looking for a particular video. All right. So if this isn't partisan, then what the hell is this? I want to get to a video that I want to show you because it's very important you guys understand what's truly going on here. Trump's special counsel wife worked on Obama film and donated to Biden. It makes me wonder what film they are talking about. Are they talking about American Factory? Yeah, the same American Factory that basically benefited off TPP by putting basically a windshield plant. I want to say it was either Ohio or Indiana. Did not want to adhere to any kind of safety regulations and even laid people off if they got hurt at work. But there's more to Jack Smith than meets the eye here. That's just part of the deal we want to talk about tonight. And something he said on a video, his opening statement video on the indictments. And that, is that it? No. See, I'm about to show it again. How much of a hot mess he looks like. There he is right there. He looks like a hot mess. He looked like he just did a night of crack, lines of cocaine, God knows what else. This is the guy that's trying to tell people, oh, I have a case. I'm going to hit him with 38 indictments. The only thing you're hitting him with is a bad rap and a bad move. Now, one thing that set me off, I'm going to put this back on here. You're going to see me flip back and forth between Twitter and here. This is what Special Counsel Jack Smith said. We have one set of laws in this country and they apply to everyone. Well, if that were the case, how come Obama ain't in jail? How come Biden ain't in jail? How come Hillary ain't in jail? They will be, but... yeah. See, this guy thinks he can show off. He looks like a damn hot mess. He looked like he'd been partying one day too many out of 20. Okay, this is the video I was looking for. And that clown, John Cooper, don't even get me started on him. He's a clown in himself. Hi there. Make sure you go to the main title part and like the video, please. I would appreciate it. That way more people can get traction on this video. Now I'm about to show you what I'm talking about here.
To understand the scope. Good afternoon. Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with felony violations of our national security laws, as well as participating in a conspiracy to obstruct justice. This indictment was voted by a grand jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida, and I invite everyone to read it in full to understand the scope and the gravity of the crimes charged. The men and women of the United States intelligence community and our armed forces dedicate their lives to protecting our nation.
I would have left it alone if he would have said just armed forces, okay? No. He said exactly what I knew he would say. The great people of the intelligence community, the gatekeepers. That is the only time I'm going to explain to you what the gatekeepers are. Please get this video around. They are censoring the hell out of me on multiple gadgets here. I'm not going to lie. Right as I started, I was going to share it to people on Messenger. Wouldn't let me access Messenger. Gee, I wonder why. Is it because the gatekeepers are making sure they don't see this? Yeah. They're making damn certain they don't see this. I'm here to tell you folks, Mr. Smith isn't all it's cracked up to be. Give me just a second. I'm going to pull up his history. I wanted you to make sure you saw that part of the video. Everybody said, well, you should play the full deal. Well, it's only 2 or 3 minutes. Remember, his ending speech is what I said earlier. How everybody will adhere to the law. Again, if everybody was adhering, why have you done nothing against Biden? Why have you done nothing against Hillary? Why have you haven't done nothing against the Bush Mafia? Why have you not done nothing against Obama? Yeah. Don't give me any crap about how everyone obeys the same law. No. I want to pull up his past. Yeah, he looked like he'd done some crack the night before, and he looked like he just Yeah, don't even get me started. No, and see, here's the funny irony. I'm going to point something out here, and thank God I did. He was a U.S. attorney, believe it or not, under Trump. He was the acting. Trump had to get him out quickly, and now I see why. Claims to be an independent party. November 22nd, 2022, that phony AG, Merrick Garland, appointed Smith as an independent special counsel responsible for overseeing two pre-existing DOJ criminal investigations into former President Trump. Investigating Trump's role in... I have to be careful because even YouTube will silence me on the very term. The bad part of what happened 14 days before the inauguration of Joe Biden, yeah. Along with an investigation into mishandling government records, which is declassified, so I don't get what his point here is. Okay, let me give you an idea where he's been. From 2008 to 2010, Smith worked as an investigation coordinator for the Office of the Prosecutor of International Criminal Court in The Hague. He returned to the U.S. to become chief of the U.S. Department of Justice's Public Integrity Section. Among his first responsibilities was evaluating current investigations, and he commended closing investigations into several members of Congress. I wonder why. And he prosecuted a variety of corruption cases, including Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell. I remember that clown. I talked about him on one of my Facebook Lives. U.S. Representative Rick Renzi, New York Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver, and Jeffrey Sterling, a clown and action agent, aka a gatekeeper, who shared national secrets. Gee, I wonder why. In 2015, Smith became assistant attorney in the Middle District of Tennessee at Nashville. In May 7th of 2018, Smith was named to a 4-year term as chief prosecutor for the Kosovo Specialist Chambers in The Hague, investigating war crimes of the Kosovo War, including the case of Salih Mustafa. He took up the post in September 11th, 2018, and was appointed to a second term on May 8th, 2022. Deep state puppet, people. Oh, yeah. They do. Oh, whoa. One way out. They want a way out. They're caught. "38 charges. 38 indictments. That's what they put on Trump. 38. Does it not tell you folks how bad it's going to get? Okay? It's going to get bad. What kind of bad do you ask? Might not be the bad you're thinking. No. This guy, living proof. He can look the part all he wants. He can talk the talk all he wants. But when he's got to walk that aisle, here's some things going in his not going in his direction, that's to say. Not going in his direction. The judge is a pro-Trump judge, actually selected by Trump himself. State of Florida. I brought up something here earlier this evening. I'm going to see how far YouTube's going to let me go with this. Did I mention there was an international bankruptcy filed? Yeah. An international bankruptcy filed in 2020, around May. During the period of covert 1984. Why is that important? The international bankruptcy was filed in Florida. Now, what do I mean by international bankruptcy? USA Inc. filed bankruptcy. Okay? I'm not sure if a lot of you know what that is. USA Inc. I'm not sure how far I can go with this. Mainly because of YouTube and their inability to not want you to see what's truly going on. That's why I said in the beginning of this video, you want a war, you got one. Gatekeepers, I'm coming at you. Hard and fast. So this is what I'm going to do. Starting soon. Don't know how soon. It will be soon. I'm going to do more live feeds on YouTube, of course. Trying to get more people involved here. That would help enormously. In fact, I'm going to do something. Yes, thank you. The two of you who put a thumbs up on my deal, thank you. And those of you who haven't, and if you can, please do so. It would help me out tremendously. You have no idea how much that would help me out. You have no idea. From Mar-a-Lago, but I want to point out a symbology here. Alan, thank you very much. I want to put out a symbology here. From the distance he has to go to this indictment hearing, court, whatever you want to call it, to Mar-a-Lago is 72 miles. I brought up something this evening. 72 is a symbolic number. As in 72 is the magic number of the number of different ways to say God. Now, I'm not saying he's the Antichrist or the second coming or none of that. I'm just putting that out there. And there's a reason why I'm putting that out there. I'm going to go with a theory here, and I'm going to see how far that theory is going to take me. But how many of y'all think in 2017 some divine intervention somehow came into the picture? And once again, I'll ask, What are the chances that it may happen again? God has a purpose for everything. Remember that. Now, I did a video back in 2020, and I asked people, I said, do you think the country deserves a Donald Trump second term? And I presented reasons why. Not so much criticisms as they were flat out. There were things we needed to fix, get correct. Yes, she thought she was a shoo-in. But in the end, she realized all that money, billions of dollars, forked out to get her in. And for some strange reason, no, she didn't get in. Wonder why. I bring that up today for one simple reason. There's a 72-mile stretch in between Mar-a-Lago and where he has to have this indictment, court hearing, whatever. What if divine intervention comes into play? And I also bring up the international bankruptcy, and it's very important you understand what that means for this country. The international bankruptcy is the most important part of this because it happened around the same place. So is it possible? And I do mean possible, that things are going to transpire in the coming days and even months that a lot of you guys are just not going to understand. And the reason why is we're going through a transition. That I can tell you. That part I can tell you. And not even Jack Smith isn't expecting what is coming. Can't, shan't, won't, don't. No way. He thinks he's got the cards all in his favor. Well, let's see. Trump's on home turf. Trump's got home field advantage. What if this was by design from the start? To get more of these clowns and cretins and behemoths and goofmongers into the open and get them. Very remote possibility. Remember, I told you from time to time, Trump would make them use their own deep state weapons against them. And he has. He has. And believe me, they don't like it when he somehow uses the weapons against them because they thought they had it in the bag. Surprise. So the 38 indictments. I told you, Jack Smith has a nothing burger. It's going to look like at times he's got a case. He has nothing. The man, I showed you the video. The man looked like he had partied it up one too many days on a 20-day binge. Wife worked for Obama. I keep hearing Jack Smith also worked for Lois Lerner. Remember that woman? The IRS targeting conservatives. Remember that? He was part of that case. I wonder who stopped that case, by the way. God, what was the name of the judge? I'm curious. What was the name of that judge? That just hit me. I'm sorry. Emmett Sullivan. Emmett Sullivan. Yeah. That judge. You know, there were a group of people that bagged on that man. Called him deep state, called him establishment, called him a traitor. Oh, really? Let's see here. I want to assess something here. He was a judge in that case, and look what happened. Who was he a judge also for? Oh, yeah, the email case with Judicial Watch with Hillary Clinton. He was a judge in that one. He also was a judge in 2020 where I'll get to that here in a minute. Thank you for bringing that up. He also was a judge in 2020 when he said that these mail-in ballots may pose a risk to our country. This is the same guy that a bunch of people said was bad. I wonder who those people were. What was that 17th letter said? Beware of those 3-star people. And who is the 3-star guy endorsing right now? It's not Trump. No, it's not. In fact, he's backing RFK Jr. Well, try to warn y'all, but a lot of you didn't want to listen. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some guy. I put trust and confidence in hopes that people will be given the opportunity to make a choice. Oh, well, this is by the way, thank you for bringing that up, Alan. That's the same 3-star guy that recently condemned Q. Made a ton of money off of it. Had no problem with it. But I look at it this way. 3-star guy is part of a bigger club. And we need to be paying attention. Moves and counter moves. They will be made. They will be made on this giant chessboard we are watching right now. We're the audience. We're seeing this chessboard play out. Big question is Jack Smith got a case? I'm going to give him my closing thoughts and then I'm out of here. I'll say this. He has a nothing burger. Those so-called documents that he claims are classified? That's funny. Number one, I didn't know newspaper articles were classified documents. Number two, what few classified documents he claims there were, Trump had them all declassified. So when I mention that there's a nothing burger there, you take it to the bank and cash it. There's a nothing burger there. He'll try to present the case that there's something there. And my personal message to the Sunflower Girls, your flower power ideas don't work anymore. We're entering an age now, folks, where fact correctness is about to enter the picture. And fact correctness is what's going to put these people right. They're not going to want to hear it. They're not going to want to smell it. They're not going to want to taste it. There'll be those spoiled, rotten kids right before they take their... Hold on a minute. Those spoiled, rotten kids, right before they didn't want to take their medicine and whine and gripe and complain to mom that they didn't want to take it. And finally they took it and they got better. Gee, wonder what had to happen. I'll tell you what had to happen. Sometimes you just gotta see the damn truth for yourself to know what you need to do as a person. Once I get off here, please share the video. Please get a like so others can see this, please. Jack Smith, you have a nothing burger. You lost under Lois Lerner, whatever her name is, the IRS against conservatives lady. You lost that case. No wonder Trump wanted you out when you were temporary acting U.S. attorney. He had to get you out. And he did. Things will play out, people. All I can tell you is stock up on popcorn. Things are about to get very interesting. Thank you very much. I figured out a way where I can schedule live feeds to let you guys know. So once I figured that part out, I'll give you guys a little bit of advance heads up. Those of you who came in here, thank you. Be vigilant, be safe, and take care.